course. On Saturday night, Dundalk manager Sean Connor paid a return visit to his former club, Sligo Rovers, at the showgrounds. The home side still looking for their first win of the campaign. The visitors with a number of former Sligo players in their ranks. Hugh Cahill reports.
Dundalk came into Saturday evening's match at Sligo Rovers hoping to bounce back from their previous defeat to St Pat's at Richmond Park. But the visitors were under pressure early on. Owen Morrison's quick free kick in the 3rd minute released Romuald Boko, but his shot was deflected wide by Dundalk keeper Chris Benyon. Morrison was again involved in Sligo's second move, his cross from the right, and Rafael Quintaro with a spectacular volley attempt. Benyon again though with the save. Dundalk midfielder Chris Turner led the charge back into the game. Lovely footwork before this left-footed shot smacked the woodwork. Not bad from his weaker side. Dundalk's goal eventually came. Darren Manstrom will claim it, but the assist must go to Steve Feeney. Not the prettiest, but they all count, and Dundalk with the lead at half-time. Sligo tried to force their way back in after the break. Feeney getting on the end of Quintaro's cross. The header, though, going over. Sligo's chances were few and far between at this stage, and Dundalk kept fighting for a second goal. Harpal Singh's diving header just going the wrong side of the post after a great cross. The second eventually did come. Singh's free kick from the left, finding Liam Burns. 2-0 Dundalk. Ten minutes later, and it was 3. Chris Turner getting his name on the score sheet after Manstrom's control and beautiful layoff. The finish with the right foot. But while Dundalk fans were still celebrating, Quintaro managed to pull one back for Sligo. Neat work down the left, and the finish not too bad either. And it could have been a nervy final few moments if Morrison had converted a late penalty. Sean Kelly guilty of fouling Quintaro in the 88th minute. The spot kick, though, blazed over the top of the bar. So a comfortable enough win from Dundalk in the end. Sligo's old boys Manstrom, Burns and Turner returning to haunt their former club at the showgrounds. 3-1 the final score.
I mean, it's always glad to get a win, especially when we haven't got many wins on the boards, and to come up to Sligo, which is a difficult place for most teams. Very happy with the 3 points.
It was a great win. It was a result we needed tonight, and it pulls us back up the table, so it was a good 3 points.
Tonight we had enough to beat Dundalk, in my opinion, but when you give teams stupid goals, you will not win football games. And at the minute we're leaking goals that aren't good enough. We're not making teams work hard enough to score a goal, and then we're making life more difficult for ourselves because you've got to score a lot to win. You know, it's at the minute, you know, a win seems a million miles away for us.
It's a very honest assessment by Paul Cook, actually, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I mean, but that's the way it is. That's exactly what the problem he has is. He's got a very small squad of players. He's missing people through injury, or players not playing well. He's got serious problems. It was a very, very good win for Dundalk. I mean, to go to Sligo was a demanding test anyway. I think with Sean Connor's been suspended for 4 games, banned from the stand, the dressing room, I think Dundalk might have discovered something there.
Thank you for that.
But it was, I think Dundalk with the makings of a good side this season. I think they proved that. They've good spirit.
A very experienced, you know, Dundalk. If you look at their players, you have George O'Callaghan, Dave Rogers, Liam Burns, all people who've won championship medals. Yeah. You know, Turner. Like if you look at Bray, Eddie's trying to bring in a lot of young fellas, full of enthusiasm. If you look at Dundalk, they're very experienced, and I think as the season goes on, they're going to get stronger and stronger. And maybe a cup run would I wouldn't like to go up there for the cup in a couple of months, you know. But you know, very experienced side, and they'll do well, I think.
It is problems for Sligo, though, isn't it, Owen? You know, the small squad and 1 or 2 injuries or suspensions.
That is the problem, but certainly in that game there was the defensive work. I mean, he did say it, like the manager. He was very. I mean, the first goal was a right mess. I mean, it gave Dundalk the lead, and then when that third one, I mean, it was just caught so badly on the break. Okay, they were pressing, they were 2-0 down. But, you know, you've got to get your defensive right. The same as what we were saying about
Sligo play Bray now on Tuesday.
And Sligo play a good creative. They really do try and play a good game of football, get it down and pass it about. But you've got to have your defensive line right.
I suppose any level of football, but particularly a professional level, the most important thing is have a good defence. A good defensive mentality, a good defensive organisation, and then don't do anything daft. It's hard enough to keep good players out without you assisting them. And Sligo at the moment are causing too many of assists in their own goals.
Exactly, no doubt about it. If you're leaving in goals, you know, you're asking people going forward to score more goals than you're leaving in. You know, at the end of the day, if you keep clean sheets are the thing that people are after, you know, and if you do that,
there's only
Trapattoni has 3 wins and 3 draws, you know, you're not going to...
There's very few sides in the world that can say, listen, okay, you score 1, we'll score 2. That's right. You know, that was like Brazil and Manchester United yesteryear.
Barcelona.
All right.